Okay, hi boys and girls, and welcome to week 2. Today we're going to this week we're reviewing comparatives and superlatives. Now let's have a look at the board and we'll go through our rules again. Alright, so our first rule is one syllable words, words like fast. When we have words like fast, our comparative, all we have to do is add an ER to the adjective. Now, when we do a superlative, which again we've got fast there, which is fastest, we just have to add an EST to the word. That will make it a superlative. Now, so let's go through it again. Just ER to our adjective will make a comparative. If we put an EST, we'll make a superlative. Okay, now let's look at our next rule. One syllable words ending in an E. So our words like nice or strange, when we're doing a comparative, is all we have to do is add one R. So it becomes nicer or stranger. Then when we get to our superlatives, we have to add, and because we've already got the E there, we just have to add ST. So it becomes nicest or strangest. So when it ends in an E, all we have to do is put an R for comparative or an ST for superlative. Now let's have a look. One syllable ending in a vowel and a consonant. So there's our vowel I and our consonant G for big, and ONT for hot. When we're doing comparatives, we've got to add the last consonant. So bigger or big becomes bigger, and we put in a second G and then ER. Hotter, because it ends in a T, we put a second T and then ER. And with our superlatives, we put in our G, because that's our last letter, and then EST. And hot, we add a T, because that's our last consonant, and then EST. Now let's have a look at two syllables ending in a Y. Now, we know the rules with Y. It's ending in a Y, we lose it and it becomes an I. So let's look at happy and crazy. They're two words that finishes in a Y. So what we have to do is, first of all, we lose the letter Y and change it to a letter I. And then we add the ER. So it becomes happy, happier. Crazy, crazier. See how we've lost the Y and turned it into an I. So that's for comparative. For superlatives, it is similar, except I forgot the letter I there. So let's quickly put it in. Alright, so happiest. Again, we lose the Y, it becomes an I. So it's happiness. Crazy, we lose the Y, becomes an I. Craziest. And let's have a look at our last one. Two or more syllables. So when words have got two or more syllables, we put, like for example, our famous and expensive. Now expensive is 3 syllables. Expensive. So 3 syllables. Famous is 2. So when they're 2 or more syllables, we put the word more in front. So that's all we have to do. So it becomes more famous or more expensive. So all we do is add more to the front of the word for when it has 2 syllables or more. For our superlative, we use most, not more. So it becomes most famous or most expensive. Now, when we're doing comparatives, it's faster than, because we're comparing 2 things. You know, we might be comparing a dog and a cat. The dog is faster than the cat. So we use faster than after we compare it with something else. So nicer than, stranger than, bigger than, hotter than, happier than, crazier than. we always put than. More famous than. More expensive than. We always put them after a comparative. Now with our superlatives, we always put the word the before the adjective. The fastest, the nicest, the strangest, the biggest, the hottest, the happiest, the craziest, the most famous, the most expensive. So, now we know that we're reviewing these and you've done pretty well on it last time. So, let's just have a quick look at some irregular comparatives and superlatives. Over here we have some exceptions to the rules, which we have to change the word altogether. Now there's only 3 examples here. There are some more, and you just have to learn them. They're irregular, so there's no rules to them. So let's have a look. Good is our adjective. Then it becomes better, and then the best. Bad, worse, the worst. Far, further, the furthest. So there's 3 exceptions. Now, so let's go through it again. 1 syllable, we just add ER, simple as that. 1 syllable ending in an E, we just add an R or an ST. 1 syllable ending in a vowel or a consonant, we have to add the last consonant and then ER or EST. And when it's 2 syllables ending in a Y, we lose the Y, make it an I, and then we add ER or EST. And if it's 2 or more syllables, we use the word more or most for our words. So good luck with your worksheets, and I will talk to you next week. Bye guys.